718 Boxing signing on. Post fight review. Daniel Jacobs. Gennady Golovkin. I'm very, very displeased with the judges, man. I don't believe that. First of all, I'm biased. Fighters, they put their lives on the line. You know what I mean? And they deserve. Who wins deserves to win. And I wouldn't say that another dude won just because I like him more, or another dude won because I'm biased and I don't like the other guy. You know what I mean? I don't really care for Triple G too much. I think he's hyped, but I always give unbiased reviews, man. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, in my heart, watching that fight, bro, Triple G didn't win that fight. The whole fight, he looked nervous the whole fight, man. He he looked nervous, not as in he was going forward the whole fight, but the only time he threw punches is when he knew Danny wasn't gonna throw punches. Like every time Danny threw punches, he curled up into like this shell, and he every time Danny threw anything, Danny would flinch, and he didn't want he was scared of his power, man. He was very afraid of Danny's power, man, and the whole fight he did that. You know what I mean? Danny controlled most of everything after six. You know what I mean? I gave maybe 2 rounds to Triple G and one pop up round. You know what I mean? But after six, man, you know what I mean? Danny took those rounds, man. He took those rounds. The early rounds, he took the first 2 rounds. Danny took the first two. Those rounds were like dry. You know what I mean? He took the first two. Then Triple G came back and won 3, 4, and 5, and then Danny turned it back up in 6. He turned it back up on him, and I don't feel like that was a just decision, man. I think that Danny earned that decision. He took the power early. He went down. He got back up, and I think he fought himself to a smart decision. I think that he was backing up a little too much early. You know what I mean? When he started to stand his ground a little bit, and you know, Triple G is a hunter. He loves to hunt. He want to cut the ring off and throw that stiff jab on you and come through with that looping right. You know what I mean? That right hook or that straight right hand. You know what I mean? He wants to do that. He wants you to run around. When you stand your ground with him and maybe push him back a little bit, he's not as effective. You know, so it was times when Danny stood his ground and pushed him back and overpowered him at times. And you know what I mean? And then started to move again. You know, I didn't agree with the movement, but the movement became effective over time because he began to throw more punches. When he was just moving around, running around early in the fight, Triple G was picking his ass off because he didn't have anything to worry about. But as soon as Danny started to throw those punches at him, Triple G would retreat into these. He his counterpunching. I can't even say it's his counterpunching. It truly shows how fearful he was of his power because against David Lemieux and against other people, you know what I mean. He showed counterpunching ability. In this fight, he showed no counterpunching ability. Like every time Danny would throw a punch, he would like ball up, you know, into almost you know, a high guard. And man, I actually I thought that Danny could win the fight, but I didn't think he would win the fight coming into the fight. I thought that he might maybe get stopped late or it'd be a decision win. You know, I think it was 50-50 either or. But I did give him a chance to win if he did come out and fight the right fight and didn't get hurt. You know what I mean? I think that truly, I think that that's all he truly had over Danny coming into the fight was the punch, the power. I think um, overall, I think Danny was a better fighter, and he showed that tonight. You know what I mean? He showed that tonight. He adjusted. Um, and Triple G won. When you see the politics won once again in the sport, the politics won. You know, he turned down $15 million to get what $2 million a night or some madness like that. I think three the most or something. He turned down a $15 million fight and ultimately got his ass kicked. And they didn't come on. They didn't want to. They didn't want to give up that big fight. He's definitely gonna take that fight. I guarantee you. Hold on, another thing. You can see it. Let me tell you something. When I lost in the finals of the Golden Gloves, I knew it. When that bell rung and I knew it. I had a look. I felt it. Like I knew I lost. And my trainer, he said, "Look alive." I never forget that. And it hit me automatically. I swear it hit me automatically because I said in my mind, boxing, you never know what the decision might be. You know, you don't want them to say that, oh, look at it, he looked like he lost. Look at Triple G's face. Look at his face when they was reading those cards, man. Look at his face when they put those belts on him. Look how long it took him to smile. He felt in his heart. Look at his face, man. Come on. You can see in his face. He knew he didn't win that fight, man. Even when Max asked him, going into the 12th round, what did you think? Did you have to win that last round? That's not like he tried to act like he didn't understand them. These dudes, man, when they come from these other countries, man, and they speak these different languages, when they don't want to answer shit, they act like they don't understand. When Max asked him that question, man, he act like he got he start talking that he's a good guy and all this stuff, man. Come on, man. Look in his face when they was reading those cards, man. Triple G, even when they read those cards, it took him so long to smile. He knew he didn't win it. I respect him because in his heart he's a warrior, and he know he didn't win that fight. He couldn't even smile. He couldn't even fake it. Like, you know, some fighters, they'll start doing backflips and shit. They won one round, the whole fight. You know what I mean? And still get the decision. Lost 11 rounds and still get the decision. And they know it in their heart. And then when they announce them the winner, they start doing backflips and cartwheels and start thanking everybody. And they know they lost. That's a sucker. Triple G, he couldn't even smile, man. Look at that shit. Run it back. But I definitely I grew respect for him though. I grew respect for Triple G tonight. I always said that he was really hyped, and he's not as hyped as I think he was, as I thought he was. But I still think he was very hyped. But I still think he's a damn good fighter. I don't think he's great. I think he's damn good. And let's be for real, man. Danny the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? I done been in the same gym with Danny, man. You know what I mean? We done had conversation. He's a good dude, man. We come, you know what I mean? Listen, Danny's a B-class fighter, man. You know what I mean? And like, I'm just a dude that, you know, I love the sport, and I'll be real, man. Danny's a strong, a solid B, and I think he can be an A-class. He wins a couple good fights. It can up his stock. He's got the tools. He got the heart. That Brooklyn was in him. He was he was putting, yo, man. When he landed some of them shots, and after that he started getting in Triple G's face. That shit he started intimidating. He ain't like that shit, man. But he didn't wither. He kept coming forward. He kept that strong, powerful jab. You know what I mean? Going on Danny. He kept throwing them hard hooks. And then he started mixing. He started throwing them nice short uppercuts, man. He started throwing them uppercuts too. But he was headhunting, man. He was headhunting. You know what I mean? He was headhunting too much. Triple G barely went to the body tonight, man. Barely. I think that's what hurt him, man. I think he went to the body a little bit more. He would have stopped a lot of that movement. And it's just something about getting hit in your body. You know, the head, there's no such thing as head movement. You know what I mean? Truthfully, you're truly moving at your hips. You know what I'm saying? So the mind, when you getting hit in your stomach, you stop moving at the hips. You stop bopping from side to side. It's just something that it's like flinching at a person and they blink their eye. It's just a react. Like, you're gonna stop moving your damn head. You're gonna stop moving at the hips when you get hit in the body. That's just a reaction that the body makes. It's just like a reflex almost. You know what I'm saying? And like, he wasn't going to the body. He was headhunting, and he was getting discouraged. And sometimes you can tell when a fighter is getting desperate. He started to depend more and more on his power. And truly, Triple G is not that Mike Tyson swarm you type of fighter with power. He doesn't swarm you and just knock you the hell out cold. He boxes you. He times you. He uses his space and his footwork and time, and then he come on, man. He started getting desperate. He started to solely depend on his power. He started to wing a lot of punches, and it was easy for Danny to see them punches. I don't know, man. Maybe I need to go back and watch it, but truly right now, how I feel right now, unbiased review, I was watching the fight, and I think Danny won, man. Maybe not by the margin that I think, but okay, let's just say it was a tied fight. So happened, like, I don't know, maybe if Danny, listen, man, it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been tied up going into the 12th. I know. Triple G got those extra 2 points for the round he won, along with the knockdown in the round. But come on, man, that was bullshit. You know what I mean? Them punch stats. I don't know where the hell them punch stats came from. Them numbers. I don't think I seen that fight, man. Maybe I was watching something else. Cause them punch stats, them shit start looking weird. Like, once I seen the punch stats, I'm like, oh man, they gonna rob this motherfucker. Where the hell all them punches come from? And where all them landed punches came from? For Triple G. That was some bullshit, man. That's fucked up, man. That hurt me, man. Like, just to see this boxing shit, man, the politics, it just took over the sport, man. That shit just ruined the game, man. Motherfuckers is just getting robbed, man. Just because there's more money available elsewhere. Man, he ain't win that fight, man. I'm going to go back and watch it. And if I'm wrong, then I'll come back and make another video. But if I truly feel the same way that I do now, then I'm not going to make a video. But if I'm wrong, I'll come back and make a video like, yo, I seen it and whatever. 1 and 2, all right, Triple G won this, and da-da-da. Analyze it maybe a little differently. It's a little, when you watch a fight the first time, sometimes you're a little excited, and it's a lot going on, you know what I mean? And it's just, you probably drinking and shit, you know what I'm saying? Probably, you know what I mean, doing whatever you're doing. But, man, that's just bullshit. Shouts to Danny Jacobs, man. That's Brownsville, Brooklyn they was there, man. He went hard. You know what I mean? I respect that. 110. He looked like he was gonna fucking fold. Like, I'm like, damn, what happened? I'm like, damn, he was moving too much, and I'm like, what the hell is he? But he started sitting down on them punches, and I think in a way he took Triple G's spirit in a way, not enough to make him quit, but enough to make him understand that he couldn't win. I think he accepted that at certain points that he couldn't overpower this dude. I don't know, man. Anyway, it was a great night, man. Triple G fought a damn good fight. Hats off to him. He's a fucking warrior. I like that dude. He's cool. I never hated on him. You know what I mean? I always just thought that he got a little too much credit for the dudes that he did beat. But he fought a great fight tonight, man. He's a warrior. I respect him. Danny Jacobs, he fought an amazing fight tonight. He won the fight, I believe. And I think it's much more in the future. for both fighters. You know, Triple G gonna get that big money. I guarantee you, he ain't gonna risk it now. He know in his heart he just risked 15-20 million dollars. He's gonna fight. I bet you his next fight gonna be Canelo. I bet you his next fight gonna be Canelo. I guarantee you his next. He ain't gonna risk that money because he know he almost lost that money tonight. He know he did lose that money tonight. You know what I mean? But he just got this decision, but he's still gonna get that money. But you gonna talk about. But anyway, man, 718 Boxing. Subscribe, man. Support the channel. We here. We loving boxing. We reviewing boxing. We here. 718 Boxing. Signing off. Peace.